Balancing the need to drive a country's economy with environmental sustainability is difficult. Low income countries, or LICs, may have access to resources like coal, which will help boost their economy. However, it'll also pollute the air and damage the environment. High income countries, or HICs, may have no natural resources, but the funds available to invest in nuclear power. Should they do so, becoming more energy secure in the process? Or should they listen to the concerns of protesters?
These are real issues faced by companies and governments when they decide how to provide energy. Do they focus on the environment or the economy? Is it worth paying more money for a greener but less efficient power supply? However, despite these questions, it is possible to be more energy efficient than we currently are.
The strategies used to achieve sustainability can be local, national, and global. Locally, communities can try to use the non-renewable energy sources they have access to more efficiently. Take BedZ, for example. BedZ is a housing development in London which was designed to use as little energy as possible. By harvesting rainwater, using low-energy appliances, and being well insulated, these homes use over 80% less heating, 45% less electricity, and 58% less water than the average British household. The BedZ homes are also close to public transport, and the area provides charging points for electric cars. In this way, people are discouraged from using petrol or diesel cars.
The transport industry relies hugely upon fossil fuels. However, this is being addressed and usage is decreasing. Already, cars are becoming more fuel efficient and many electric or hybrid cars are entering production. The public can also cooperate with sustainable change where possible by using public transport rather than private vehicles. In Bristol, First Bus is a leading sustainable transport innovation. It's trialling buses powered by biomethane, which is produced from human and food waste. In Brazil, around 90% of cars run on ethanol and petrol mixtures. Ethanol is an alcohol produced from sugarcane. Its use is better for the environment.
In order for initiatives like this to be successful, governments and manufacturers must actively seek out ways to reduce their carbon footprints. It's not always popular, though. In Brazil, lots of sugarcane is needed to produce ethanol. Many feel the land wasted on sugarcane would be better placed growing food crops. However, as a result of these changes in home and transport, there are fewer carbon emissions and finite resources will last for longer.
On a national level, governments can invest in new green policies. For example, in 2017, the French government, led by Emmanuel Macron, pledged to ban all sales of new petrol and diesel cars by 2040. The British government made a similar pledge shortly afterwards. These kinds of decisions can only be enforced from a national level. They require legislation to be made.
As the cost and supply of fossil fuels is reliant upon international politics and trading, sustainable energy is an international matter. Many countries signed the Kyoto Agreement in 1997, consequently pledging to reduce their carbon emissions by set targets. The UN also meets to discuss what can be done to slow down climate change.
Another reason that international involvement is necessary is due to funding. Many renewable energy sources are expensive to set up and have specific criteria they must reach. Before acquiring the necessary investment, it must be determined whether a project is feasible. For example, there's no point installing solar panels in an area of a country that's always overcast with clouds, or hoping to harness geothermal power if your country does not lie on a plate boundary. However, with the right planning, countries can support one another through loans and funding. High-income countries can provide grants to low-income countries that could not otherwise afford renewable energy.